In this video, we are going to see about the introduction to frequency response and frequency specification methods. The response of a system when you are giving the sinusoidal input is called sinusoidal response. So, the transfer function of the system is nothing but the ratio of response of the system to its input. This transfer function is the frequency domain representation of the system. So, it is also called as frequency domain transfer function. This frequency domain transfer function is the complex function of omega, which consists of magnitude function and phase function. To obtain the transfer function, first we have to construct a physical model of a system using basic parameters. Then determine the differential equation governing the system. Then take the Laplace transform of the differential equation in order to convert it into S-domain. The transfer function can be obtained by taking the ratio of output to input in S-domain. When we replace S with j omega, we get the frequency domain transfer function, which is the complex function of omega. To understand this, consider an LTI system. If a sine wave is injected into a system at a given frequency, a linear system will respond at the same frequency with certain magnitude and certain phase angle relative to the input. The frequency domain transfer function is the complex function of omega, which consists of magnitude function and the phase function. The amplitude response of the system can be obtained by taking the product of amplitude of input and the amplitude of transfer function. And the phase response of the system can be obtained by taking the sum of phase of input and the transfer function. These are some of the advantages obtained by doing frequency domain analysis. The transfer function of complicated systems can be determined with the frequency response analysis. The system parameters can be adjusted easily in the frequency domain. The absolute and relative stability of the closed loop system can be estimated from the knowledge of their open loop frequency response. The noise variations can be identified easily and the corrective measures can be easily done using frequency response analysis. The frequency response analysis and design can be extended to certain nonlinear control systems. The performance and characteristic of a system in frequency domain are measured in terms of frequency domain specification. They are resonant peak, resonant frequency, bandwidth, cutoff rate, gain margin, and the phase margin. The maximum value of the magnitude of closed loop transfer function is called resonant peak. The frequency at which resonant peak occurs is called resonant frequency. The bandwidth is the range of frequencies for which the normalized gain of the system is more than -3 dB. The slope of the log magnitude curve near the cutoff frequency is called cutoff rate. The cutoff rate indicates the ability of the system to distinguish the signal from noise. The gain margin indicates the additional gain that can be provided to the system without affecting the stability of the system. Similarly, the phase margin indicates the additional phase that can be provided to the system without affecting the stability. The frequency domain analysis can be carried out analytically or graphically by using frequency response plots. The frequency response plot are used to determine the frequency specification, to study the stability of the system, and to adjust the gain of the system to satisfy the desired specifications. The various techniques available for the frequency response analysis are Bode plot, polar plot, Nichols plot, M&N circles, Nichols chart. Here the Bode plot, polar plot and Nichols plot are usually drawn for open loop systems. From that, the performance and stability of the closed loop systems are estimated. M&N circles and Nichols chart give the information regarding the stability of the system directly.